Once a giant, always a giant. For me, it's only a giant.
What's going on YouTube, Diggy546? I'm going to try to keep very quick. I have more plays than usually that I want to show. So this first one is going to be pretty quick. I'll just let this kind of run through because there's not much about this. First off, Justin Herbert pretty much went up and down the field. He had 300, over 350 yards against this Washington team. They moved the ball all day. They could not cash in the red zone. And this is one example of, I think, like a 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4. They run a great play out of the shotgun formation. Keenan Allen at the bottom of your screen here. You're just going to see him drop the football. So Keenan Allen is going to kind of run this route. He's going to do the same thing over here. Same thing. And I've seen the Giants run this play before. And Keenan Allen's just going to run his route, and he's just going to drop the football on 3rd down. And this is a missed opportunity, which causes the Chargers to kick a field goal. So let's just let this run through. Boom. Perfect. Open. Schemed open and a good route. Wide open. Ball is put right on his hands. You see the sticks down at the bottom of the screen. If you can, I'm not sure if you can, but listen, he drops the ball on 3rd down, and they have to kick a field goal. So that was just a quick play to just show you that the Chargers should have had more points on the board, plain and simple. They should have had more points on the board. They were not able to execute in the red zone, and they weren't really forced errors. I mean, there were a couple of drops, but we'll get back into another red zone drop later. But this is the Chargers game plan pretty much for the entirety of this game. They're going against a cover 2. Washington, they send a blitz here actually, and they're going against this cover 2. This guy right here, I'm not sure who it is. I can't see his number. I think this might be Fuller. Ends up having to take this receiver on the cover 2, and it opens up things underneath for this guy right here. And Justin Herbert just gives him the ball, lets him make a play after the catch. So let's let this go. You'll see that. Pulls the cornerback, takes him inside, and then you have your receiver in the flats. I think this was Guyton. You got him in the flat, and he's just able to make a play, make a man miss, which you expect your receivers to do. Make a man miss in the open field, and he's able to get a first down out of it. Makes a nice second move, and is able to just get a first down. And this is what the Chargers did to them the entire game. They got the ball out quick. They let their receivers make plays after the catch. Something else you saw the Chargers do was pretty much run motion. They ran motion at least on 90% of their plays. That kept the defense off balance. It let you know if they were in man or zone. It just completely kept Washington off balance the whole day. So they ran motion here. Comes across the screen, gets set, and gets the ball out of his hands quick. Let Keenan Allen make a play. Let him make a play. That's what you're paying for. So this is exactly how they attack them the entirety of the game. I mean, pretty simple. Motion, short passes, let receivers make plays. And the thing is, people say, obviously Darius Slayton isn't going to be able to do this. He's not a yak guy. Galladay, I've seen him make plays after the catch, but I'm not sure if him with his body type is going to be able to catch passes short and make quick moves. But we do have Sterling Shepard, and we do have Kadarius Toney, and we do have Saquon Barkley, we should be targeting all 3 of those guys in the open field to let them make plays, because we can get things like this. Easy first downs. So right here, you're going to have some more motion. You're going to watch Keenan Allen. He's going to go across the formation. The Washington football team basically played cover 2 the entirety of the game. So you're going to see him drop. You're going to see him drop. They're trying to disguise it to make it seem like a single high, but it's cover 2. Basically, these guys are all going to camp around this area. They're all trying to camp around this area. They're making sure that nothing happens there. But when you throw it short and when you have some actual route concepts that gets guys open, it makes things a lot easier. So you're going to see Keenan Allen cross the formation like this. And you see the zone because you don't see anybody following him. You see the linebacker take a step over. That's actually Landon Collins, basically the linebacker. And they go ahead and throw it quick. get the ball in the hands of their guy, and he's able to get about 3 or 4 yards, which is an extension of a running game. I mean, when you have a pass rush, look at this. There's already pressure in the backfield while he's throwing the football. So you want to be able to get rid of the football quick. Side note, Justin Herbert got rid of the ball in 2.61 seconds week 1. Daniel Jones got rid of the ball in 2.58 seconds. So if Daniel Jones can throw the ball as fast as he did last week, which allowed his pass blocking of the offensive line look a lot better than before, if he can do that again, this offensive line shouldn't have any issues, and we should be able to get the ball in the hands of some of these playmakers so we can get some stuff done. So here, I love this play design. What you have is 2 pretty much rub routes where Keenan Allen is going to basically run a wheel route. You have him trying to clear things out, coming across here. You're going to have this receiver basically run a drag, and you're going to have this receiver work his way up the field. So you have 2 rub routes you're trying to work. Herbert is going to take the snap, but watch Cam Curl right here. Cam Curl does a great job, and I just wanted to highlight this play to show that they have some young players in their secondary, more notably Cam Curl, that will make some plays if you fall asleep. They will try to be aggressive and make plays. You saw it with William Jackson. I don't have that play in this video, but these guys will try to be aggressive and make plays. So don't let them sit on routes. Don't have predictable routes, Jason Garrett, for them to be able to break on, because Cam Curl read this like a book. So watch Cam Curl, the guy pretty much in the bottom right of your screen. As soon as the play starts, he recognizes the play. He's watching film. Breaks. I mean, he covers about 15 yards, breaks down, and at this point, the receiver, the ball is a little bit behind the receiver, first of all. And then on top of that, the receiver is kind of startled by the fact that someone's in his face that he didn't expect to be there. And this is almost an interception. If Cam Curl doesn't wrap him up, he might have a shot at the deflection, or someone else could. So it shows that they will be aggressive at times, because they disguised this as Cam Curl playing deep, and they just went to a man coverage, and he was basically the rover, and he guessed right. Now you're going to see Washington stay in this cover 2. I'm pretty sure they'll just stay in this cover 2 this entire time. But on this particular play, the safety goes for the post route, and the safety kind of double teams underneath on this post route, which was necessary, because if he didn't, it definitely would have been a completion. And Keenan Allen is one-on-one with, I think, Kendall Fuller here, and he's just going to run a go route. So these are the times where you take your chances. These are the times where you take your chances. I talked about throwing it short. I talked about getting the ball in the hands of guys and letting them make plays. But when you have coverage one-on-one and you're running post routes that are actually, taking away safety attention, this is when you take your chances. Now, will Jason Garrett put this in his playbook? I don't know. I saw him do it once last week, once or twice. But if we have a chance, this is when we throw it deep down the field. And let's watch it right here. Again, you saw the post route that I drew. He's going to come across the middle. It was actually the guy at the top of your screen that ran the post. But anyway, they put a lot of pressure on those 2 safeties. So they almost have to leave Keenan Allen alone. If they didn't, someone is definitely open, because this linebacker is not nearly deep enough. He has not sunk deep enough to be able to do anything. But you have Keenan Allen at the bottom of your screen one-on-one, and this is what you want. He ends up not catching it, but if this is Galladay or if this is Slayton and he gets a step, even Tony, even Shep, if they're able to get a step, then this is a touchdown. And I know Fuller is a good corner, but again, if this is Galladay, how many guys are going to stop Kenny Galladay one-on-one from catching a football? Not many that I know are going to be able to do that. So sometimes if you can put pressure on their safeties, you'll get those one-on-ones. So this play pretty much covers everything that I've talked about in this video. You have your running back motioning out, and guess what? Jason Garrett, or I don't know who's doing it, but I'm pretty sure it's Garrett. It's not Daniel Jones at this point. When the running back motions out to the wide receiver spot, he actually stayed there. They actually think of Austin Eckler as a receiving back like we have. But anyway, the running back motion's out there. You're going to have Mike Williams kind of have a start and stop and then just go up the field, almost like a sluggo route, a little bit more subtle than that, but it's basically just a stop and go. And he's going to have a one-on-one, and this is what I mean when I say there will be big plays to be had if we can do it, if we can take advantage of it. There will be big plays to be had. Mike Williams gets open, or he gets the one-on-one, and he should have caught this because the corner was so aggressive and I got out of position. See him motion out, spreads the defense out. You're going to see Mike Williams stop and go. He got the corner turned around, actually recovers really nicely. But at this point, I mean, this should be a walk-in touchdown. You got to do a better job with the throw. The throw is underthrown by Justin Herbert. I don't know. I don't even know if I can call this underthrown, to be honest with you. I mean, the throw could have been a little bit better to where he didn't even have to jump to catch it. But I mean, 2 hands on the football, you got to catch the ball, man. And I see him coming to break the pass up, but he drops this before he even makes contact with him. So we have got to catch the ball in the red zone, because if the Chargers, as I just showed you, caught the ball in the red zone, you're looking at 2 extra touchdowns. 2 touchdowns the Chargers didn't get because they couldn't catch the ball in the red zone. And it just shows that the Chargers could have had a bunch more points had they simply executed. And then for this last play, I'm pretty much just going to throw this in here for just in case somebody thought that there wasn't, that the Washington pass rush wasn't going to still be ferocious. I had to just throw this in there because if you play around and you want to hold on to the ball, doesn't matter who you got out there. Rashawn Slater has been playing great. The Chargers have revamped their offensive line completely. But if you just sit there and hold the ball against this team, they will ruin your day. Watch Montez Sweat coming off the edge on the right side of your screen here. He will ruin your day. Bends the corner, and Justin Herbert barely gets rid of the football, and under pressure, almost throws an interception in the red zone. He did throw another one in the red zone early on. So let's make sure that we get rid of the football and we hold on to the football when plays like this happen, because that almost caused a turnover. Just to wrap up everything, we've got to get the ball out of DJ's hands quickly all game long, because that'll prevent the turnovers. I can live with interceptions. I mean, if we start going down the field, but we do not need to be throwing interceptions, and we do not need to be fumbling the ball unnecessarily, unforced. We just don't need that to happen. So we got to get rid of the ball quickly. Let our playmakers make plays in the open field. I'm looking at you, Saquon. I'm looking at you, Kadarius Toney. I'm looking at you, Sterling Shepard. So you guys let me know what you think about Washington. Game coming up tomorrow. I'll be streaming. Definitely pop through if you can. And it should be a game we win. If you made it this deep into the video, come on, just hit the subscribe button. I make Giants content primarily, draft content secondarily, and during the season, I'm going to be doing a lot of reacting to pretty much most of the NFL games and everything NFL. So if you made it this deep, go ahead and join the D6 squad.